I'm Adrian, that's Winnie, and we're at Home Gym Con 2026.
2026, day 2. I hope you're ready. We're still on our quest to see all the new releases, but
We're 24 hours into filming so far. We've got
So we spent 3 days at Home Gym Con this year, and we filmed almost none of it. There were over 130 vendors in that building and 57 badged media passes. We had badges for all 3 days, and we came home with 9 little booth visits, and that's it. I know, stay with me. Because we weren't there to shoot it this year. We were there to run it. So here's how everything happened, because it was not the original plan. It started because I wanted to help Jake. He is the one that puts on Home Gym Con, and this is what I do for a living. And I thought, maybe I could help him. So we talked about it, but it just didn't all come together, and that happens, and it's no hard feelings, and that's fine, right? But then Adrian and Wynie called. So outside of this channel, I run a company called Perrin Consulting. I do operational consulting, which is just a very fancy way of saying somebody hands me something big and messy, and I take it apart, figure out what pieces actually are, and then I put them all back together into something that works towards a goal. So they knew that, and they asked if I would run pre-production, vendor coordination, scheduling, and on-site production for their entire Home Gym Con experience. I said yes before I really thought about it or thought it through. And honestly, the only thing I was nervous about going in wasn't the actual work. It was making sure that Adrian and Wynie were happy and that the schedule stuck. That was the whole list. Oh, and one other thing before we go any further, we did shoot 9 other little booths, like I mentioned before, while we were there. And some of them we already had a relationship with. Some of them we just thought more people should know about. So come take a look at a few of those with me now.
Okay, this is Isaac with Ancore.
Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about Ancore.
Yeah, so what we do at Ancore, we specialize in compact portable cable machines, okay? And we make them simple, reliable. Everything we do is 100% mechanical, so no batteries, cords, or charging. For us, it's all about simplicity. Our new Ancore X, you just adjust the resistance with the dial, change the height with the lever, and then our Ancore Pro, you just change the resistance plate on and off. So for us, it's just about simplicity and being able to add cables to any space, and we do it all in Salem, Mass, which you know, you've been there.
We toured.
So that's where it's set up because these guys came by. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
We love having visitors. So.
We love seeing them. Great.
So thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Okay, so this is Alex with Buffed Animals, based out of the DC area. So tell us about Buffed Animals.
So Buffed Animals started as me looking for a bodybuilding related gift for my kids that was a little more timeless than something like a dumbbell rattle, something like that. So you know, something a little more high quality that would grow with them. And then we're also doing the foam squishies in addition to the stuffed animals, the Buffed Animals.
These are awesome.
I'm glad you love them. Yeah, the kids have been loving the squishies especially.
Okay, so when are they available? They're pre-order right now?
So we're on pre-order right now. Expect to fulfill in about 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
Yep, and then you know, longer term, so we've got 6 characters right now. Longer term, looking to expand in rounds of 6 characters to eventually become sort of a, you know, all-encompassing collectible brand with all types of animals, all types of you know, breeds of animals, if you will. You know, the whole brand world. I talked to Darko today about 3D printing, gym equipment, squat racks for them, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens, you know, as far as the future for all these guys. Yeah.
Okay, so where do people go to get them?
So right now we've got pre-order QR codes that are exclusive to Home Gym Con, and then you know, so again, that fulfillment would be about 6 to 8 weeks. We will fulfill those first, and then after that, it'll be buffedanimals.com for all the characters and all the merch.
Perfect. Well, Alex, this is awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Hey, so I am with Marcus from 922 Designs, based out of Philly. Tell us about yourself, Marcus.
Well, I'm a former content creator. I'm still really a content creator, Twisted Barbell channel, but I've decided to move into creating for the home gym community because I like customization. One of the things I did with some of my earlier videos was show my rack with custom powder coated pieces, and everyone wondered where they could get them from. So that was the start of making me realize that customization is something people would like for their home gyms, just like they do their cars and so on. So I started with end caps, the popular bench covers, keep your bench pad, nice and pristine. Now I'm moving into some hard things like the customized sign, rack header sign for the racks, and the popular Perrin dumbbell storage mount. So you can see that works on any 3x3 rack piece, cross member, rear bar stabilizer, flip down safety, spot on, what have you. And it's a simple design that mounts to your cradle. You don't have to modify it in any way, and you can keep them stored in your rack without having to buy or have space for a dumbbell cart. The last thing I created is the Hudson bar down on the bottom, and that's so you can mimic seal rows within your rack. And it uses digital resistance from the Vultra. It's got the Vultra dock in the back, and what I call the Blade J-cups, because they're simple, solid pieces to hold the bar. The bar is using Rory's Megalith handles, the 32mm stainless handles, because they're popular, they're great, and I want customers who already have the Megalith handles to have the option of purchasing the bar without the handles and repeating that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you've made some hats for us. You've made some bench covers for us.
Yep.
You've made some rack
rack badges.
Rack badges.
I do tumblers. I got all kinds of things.
You do it all.
Whatever you need, I can probably get done for you. And I'm looking forward to working with the home gym community to bring that customization to them. And I love the challenge that some people bring to me, say, can you do this? Can you do that? Some of it's complicated, but I like being pushed that way. So
perfect.
You guys have pushed me too with some of the designs that you wanted, and I'm happy that it worked out.
Great, and you're doing clocks now too, right? Are you doing clocks?
I do stainless steel clocks. I do 2-foot diameter round gym signs like Prime Fitness, Gym Laco, anything you imagine. I've done some custom logos and signs for people. Some of them LED backlit, so you can see colors going through them. All kinds of cool stuff. And all of that is because the customer demanded that option. So the question, can you do this? Can you do that? Yeah, I think I can.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Great. Well, thank you, Marcus.
Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
So before any of this started, Jeff and I sat down with Adrian and Wynie at their house in Connecticut to talk through about what they actually wanted for the week of Home Gym Con. And I walked in there thinking this was going to be a logistics problem, right? Get all the booths in order, make sure nothing's double booked, keeping the days from essentially falling apart. That is not what they led with, however. What they wanted more than anything else was one night with their Patreon members, an evening in a room with the people who support what they do. And I need you to understand why that's a big ask. When those two, Adrian and Wynie, are at this show, they do not stop from 7 in the morning until the building is shutting the lights off on them. So an evening isn't just an evening, it's coverage they don't get during the one event all year when every company is in one room together. But we did it. Overdrive, 31 people. I had the room from 8:30 to 10:30. There was axe throwing, there was games, there was just a bunch of activities that you could do there. A few people threw axes, mostly everyone just stood around and talked to each other. And then we didn't leave until 11:15. So it's no surprise, most people probably know that I am a native Texan, so I probably have a little bit of a bias for Texas locations. So check out these two small booths from Texas that we got to meet at Home Gym Con this year.
Okay, so this is Matt from Belle Fitness in Tyler, Texas, and tell us a little bit about Belle.
Yeah, so Belle Fitness started out basically as a separate operation from our fabrication services doing automotive fabrication.
Cool.
Quit working for Planet Fitness, decided I wanted home gym stuff, and I can build, so I built.
Oh, cool.
We do custom to order. All our products are basically made by customer direction. We offer the ability to make it a different frame size, have different grip configurations, different grip sizes, different finishes, colors, add-ons, you name it. We got you covered. We do cable attachments for those that want to use our bars for rows and things like that. We have a couple folks that love them for doing chest-supported rows.
Okay, and how do we find you?
We find us over at BellemereFitness.com.
BellemereFitness.com.
We got lucky. We got an easy website.
Okay, great.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Y'all have a great day.
So this is Cody with GoBro. They're based out of South Texas, which, you know, is appealing to me. Tell us a little bit about GoBro.
So this is the GoBro Moab, the mother of all bars. It's the most adjustable camber bar that's on the market. It is fully adjustable. It's pop pins. They slide from the neutral position to in. There's 56 positions, and if you invert, which is like underhand grip, you gain another 40 plus. So there's 90 plus possible handle positions. It's cambered. And you have two different levels of handles. You get the camber portion. So up here, you feel nice and secure with the neutral grip because the weight's lower. And then if you use the inline portion, when you press, because of the camber, you get that real deep pec stretch.
Awesome.
And then if you're into the powerlifting, you can flip it over, use these handles on the bottom again, and basically do like a board press or a block press with there.
Well, and so it's 65 pounds, right?
The bar empty is 60 pounds.
The bar, and I lifted it yesterday and it felt really good.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah, she lifted it very strong, by the way, too.
So tell us where they can go to find GoBro.
So GoBroAthletics.com and GoBro Athletics on Instagram.
Perfect. Thank you, Cody.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
So how do you make room for a night like that at Home Gym Con? The first people we saw every single morning when we got there was the guy checking the electrical and Jake's sister Christine vacuuming the carpet at the front desk. That was the whole show floor at 7 a.m., just us and them. Adrian went through the vendor list himself and set time blocks based on mostly what he knew people were bringing. So we would do 20-minute blocks, 35, 45, an hour for some of the bigger ones. And my job was after that, right? I took his blocks and I turned them into the week. And I routed the whole thing off the floor map. So we were never walking back across the hall all the way, potentially wasting valuable time. Then I orchestrated the smaller vendors near the big ones so that if we ran short or we just needed to pivot, the next stop was 10 steps away and never like a big hike. And then I built in what I like to call planned spontaneity, which is real free time on the schedule on purpose, because something always runs long and something always comes up. And if you don't leave room for that, your whole day and the whole schedule breaks the first time something happens. Then I printed it, all of it, the schedule and the map on paper. And at the convention, most people are looking at their phones. We had paper on clipboards, right? Jeff thinks I overdo everything. Jeff looked at that schedule probably about 100 times that week. 2 small shop fabricators. That's who you're going to see next.
Okay, so we're here with Will with WM Fabrication. So Will, tell us a little bit about your stuff.
Yep, so I do custom machine manufacturing. So here, this machine here is my new biangular row. It's based off the old Magnum biangular row. So pretty much from here back, it's original, but everything else had to be redesigned. So it was a custom request from a guy up in Pennsylvania. And I mean, so much of it had to be redone to get it to this point. And still feels like the original, but just so much better with being able to do the isolateral moving arms and having this grab handle and then the lock up front to be able to lock the arms together to get it to feel identical to the original.
Cool. Okay. So, what else you got?
And then this one is my quad father leg extension. I designed this one to be exactly what I wanted in a leg extension and nothing shy of it. So you have these, you can adjust the start-stop position. And then you have multiple loading horns to change where the weight drops off. And the front horn will be pretty consistent through the movement. And then this one will taper off.
Okay.
And then the coolest feature is you can lay it down and do a lying extension to where you're pulling on your quad from both ends in the stretch.
Cool.
And then, of course, got to have the seat belt on there, got to buckle up.
Awesome. Okay, what's this one?
Yeah, so this is another classic remake. This is the old Jam Squat that was maybe back in the 80s or something. So he was at a buddy's house a few months ago and loved it. And I said, I gotta rebuild it. So he helped me get some of the measurements for it. And then I went through and changed all of the bearings and made it so much more smooth, added support under the foot plate, added the adjustable bottom stop so it doesn't limit your range of motion, and then also added on the Vulture mount because you just have to now.
Perfect.
So,
Well, thank
yeah,
you,
that's
Will.
that. Thank you.
Perfect. Awesome. Great. Great. Okay, so we are here with Bill from Power Bells. They're based out of Charleston, South Carolina. Tell us a little bit about Power Bells.
Power Bells came about in 2015. If you can see in the background that PVC pipe that my son and I made, that's what we started working out with. We used it for 2 years. It kind of went up in the attic after we moved down to Charleston and he got married, and I was up there, I saw it, and we started tinkering with it. And through variations, we're up to version 6, and we were down here last year with a prototype, and that's what we like to do. We like to make prototypes, bring them down here, get the feedback, and then build the product from that.
Okay, so tell us.
So basically that's when we were down here last year, we were trying to show people Power Bells, and they were saying, well, I already have a whole set of dumbbells, so I don't need those. So I said, okay, we came up with these. So these are called power hangers. So basically it's the concept of when you have heavy dumbbells and you have to use your knees to get them up. I blew my shoulder out really trying to do that. So I don't do that anymore. I needed them up there already. So I use the Power Bells. That works perfectly. But for everybody else, I created these to get them in the right position. So when you are ready to go, you just lift them off. You're doing your lifting, and then you can just throw them backwards and it's gonna catch.
Awesome. Perfect.
We made these out of 4-inch steel, which we kind of probably overbuilt them because these will hold 400-pound dumbbells. I can't do that. I don't know anybody that can, but so these have been pretty good this year at the show. People have been really, really interested in getting some out. So yeah, like I said, we're looking for all the feedback on these. And really the only other thing that we're gonna be doing for production is there's a rounded edge on this side, and these also, this spacer bar, you can space them out from 6 inches in between out to 8 inches, and this just slides down over the bolts, so you can move that out. But the spacer bar, so there's a rounded edge here. So we're gonna put that rounded edge here, have it a little bit higher and maybe tilt it in. And then people were asking to put a hole in a pin so it won't come this way, which I don't think is a problem. You would have to basically hit it from behind. If you hit it this way, it jams it backwards. But we take feedback seriously, and it isn't gonna cost any more to put a hole in a pin, so we're gonna do that.
Great. So where do people find you?
They can find us at powerbells.net or power.bells on Instagram.
Perfect. Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
So the other half of this was Jeff's idea, and it was a good one, which I am not going to lie, I kind of have a hard time admitting. And I rarely do. But the B-roll normally eats a creator's entire day. You shoot the conversation, and then you have to go back and get all the detail shots. And both of those jobs are typically falling on the same people. So we split it. We had 3 Patreon volunteers shadowing the A-roll, and their whole job was just to listen to Adrian and Wynie and jot down anything they pointed at, they questioned, anything that was different, and they put it on a sheet, and then they would hand that off to Jeff and our son Connor, who would come in behind the A-roll crew after we had moved on, and they would shoot everything on that list. Adrian and Wynie still shot the B-roll they were needed to be in, but everything else they could just trust was getting caught without them by Jeff and Connor. By day 3, Connor had 2 complaints. His feet hurt, and his dad talks too much. He's not wrong about either one. One of the best things about Home Gym Con is building and growing and making new connections and new relationships. One of these you're about to see is a relationship and a connection we made last year, and the other is a new one we made this year at Home Gym Con.
Okay, so this is David with Kodo Grips, based out of New York right now, and we did a review for you guys, right, on your Gi Grips, which are these, right? So tell us a little bit more about Kodo Grips.
Awesome. Yeah, so we focus on grip strength implements, and they're mostly inspired by judo and the martial arts, but we also have some new rack-attached climbing holds, fat grip tricep ropes, so lots of different versatile implements for grip strength and working out in general.
Okay, great. So this is one of your new products, right? Your ladder?
Yep, this is a collaboration with Home Gym Harry. It's about to hit the website. It's going to be live in the next few weeks, but it's super comfortable, upgraded grip ladder.
Okay, and what the rope is the other big new one, right?
Yeah, this is our new XL fat grip tricep rope. So these are sold out, but once again, hopefully back on the website soon. People are loving this. Really comfortable.
Perfect. Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, David.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Okay, so this is Jamie with Unbell, and they are from Massachusetts. And so tell us a little bit about Unbell.
Absolutely, yeah. So Unbell is designed to be a hybrid between a kettlebell and dumbbell, so you can kind of do a little bit of everything with it. What makes it really unique is that instead of using traditional weights, we use 4-pound square weights that you can arrange front to back, side to side, and that will give you different leverage points. So just real quick, this is about 15 pounds. Do you feel it? Pretty basic. And now what I'm gonna do, these are actually 1-pound weights in here. So these are just tubes. So you get a completely different feel.
Yeah.
And then if you do it one more way, then you'll feel it a completely different feel as well.
Oh yeah, because it's that way.
We're changing the leverage point. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
So you can use it as a dumbbell up to about 55 pounds. You need leave an opening. But then I also have external handles that slip over a 3.5-pound hex bar. And you can load it up as a kettlebell like we have down here. If I fully load this, I can get up to 70 pounds. And it's good, for swings.
Yeah.
You can do overhead stuff. I've been messing around with this. You can also use this for grip. So you can do grip strength, pinch test. You can hold it under here. So a number of different ways you can manipulate it. You can also add 2 handles, so we can have handles on each side. You can do rotation work.
Great.
But yeah, that's the Unbell. We're about 30 to 60 days away from commercial, late stage prototype. Everything made in the U.S.
And how do we find you?
At unbell.com.
Unbell.com.
On Instagram, we're unbell44.
Perfect. Great. Well, thank you, Jamie.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
So by the end of the weekend, I actually realized that things had gone better than I could even have planned, right? Adrian and Wynie actually got to walk around with no cameras and no schedule and just look at stuff. And apparently they'd never been able to do that at Home Gym Con before. They also got their evenings back. And for us, it was a bit wild. There were some companies that we had been trying to communicate with for over a year who barely knew who Paired and Powered Up was. But 3 days later, they knew us just when we walked by. We weren't pitching them. We just kept turning up at their booth saying, hey, we'll be there in 5 minutes, or we're running about 10 minutes late, or hey, Jeff and Connor are on their way to catch some B-roll. And by Sunday, we weren't strangers to them anymore.
Hey, Perrin, thank you so much for all of your help at Home Gym Con.
We couldn't have done it without you, and we appreciate it.
We literally could not have done it without you. Thank you.
So the moment from Home Gym Con that still makes me smile was standing in a booth with Adrian right next to him, and a guy starts walking towards the two of us, and naturally I think he's going to shake Adrian's hand, and Adrian does too, because he's Adrian. He sticks his hand out, and the guy kind of knocks it away a little bit. It's like, no, I'm here for her. So we do this from our house, and we talk to a tripod in our living room or our garage. So yeah, it was kind of nice to have someone want to talk to me. Was I in my element this week? Absolutely. I like being in control, and I am not going to pretend that I don't. But what I gave up was the fun part. Last year, Jeff and I were able to walk around together on the floor and get our hands on equipment and really try things, and I didn't really get to do that this year, and I missed it. So next year, we're going to figure out how we can do both. I was completely wrecked by the end of everything. I even lost my voice, but I'd do it all again tomorrow. If you want to see the coverage we helped make, that's over at Gluck's Gym. And if you want to see what we do here, hit subscribe.